The short answer is yes, and it's awesome. No Man's Sky has some of the most limitless exploration capabilities of any game, and this experiment proves it yet again. Now, I'm certainly not the first to try this by any means, but I'm probably the first lactose-intolerant pig who tried this while eating a dark chocolate cookie shaped like a penguin. I first pondered this query on my voyage to Snooze Town. I thought, is it possible to land on a planet without a ship, and more importantly, without common sense? I knew the best way to do this would be from a freighter, since you can actually go outside of it and enter open space. What I forgot about was how much your suit would pester you about depleting resources and the fact that you're about to die, yada yada. Calling in a freighter from ground level seemed like the best way to initiate such a jump, so I wouldn't have too long of a fall. My biggest concern was gravity not working out in my favor, but I thought I was close enough to the planet where it wouldn't be an issue. On my first jump, I ran off the edge of the freighter, which took about 3 years to reach. That first jump felt extremely wrong. It was like as a youngster having your mom watch you walk up to the edge of a volcano saying, "Dirt, don't you do that, not again," but of course, you do it anyway. Okay, this is happening. I'm comfortable with this. The amount of time I spent falling in space was enough to thoroughly ponder the potential consequences of my actions. But hearing that gentle sound of entering the atmosphere put me right at ease. The total fall time was right around 2.5 minutes, a bit quicker than the 10 minutes it takes to fall to the Earth's surface. Not that I have any experience with that. The second most thrilling moment after the leap itself was nearing the surface. I didn't know how much jetpack propellant would be needed to stop my fall, so I used as little as possible. Of course, one fall was not enough, so I flew right back up to do it again. Almost. What? I decided to use a ship instead. I made a flat area on one of my favorite planets and terrain manipulated in a bullseye, making a perfect circle, as you can see. Now that I had a target area, it was time to make the drop, but this time I wanted to try something different. I was going to start from a frigate instead, and I was going to do it in virtual reality. This was immediately the best decision of my life. Oh, okay, it's happening. It's happening. This is good. Hey, we're in the atmosphere. This is easy. I bet this is how Tom Cruise feels all the time. Until I couldn't find my landing zone. Wait, where did you go? Oof. Ow. Well, I'm alive. So I tried an easier target. Let's go for it. No time like the present. I feel like I'm not even that far away from the capital ship. It's just that humongous. I think I got a good shot this time. Is someone landing? Someone's landing at my base. I'm gonna go say hi. Now that's a good host. That's a good host. You drop from the heavens and land on their ship. Hello, welcome, hello, welcome. Hi, nice to see you. Did you see me? I fell from up there, but I did it on purpose. Hi. Whoa. You're an S-level pilot? Great, excellent leadership potential? Outstanding mechanical aptitude? Your creativity is good? I'm gonna recruit you for doing my little life drawings. I do still lifes, mostly bananas. You have a history of smuggling. Well, that's okay. So does Harrison Ford. All right. Sweet. I think that was the last one. That was the last member I needed for my little squadron. Well, this was very productive. This gave me enough of a boost to make one more VR leap of faith. Whoa. Ooh. Hey. Uh-oh. Right here. This is where I was hoping to land. But at this point, I had the itch, and I couldn't get enough. Okay, that should work. Here we go. Well, see you around, everybody. This must have been identical to the rush that professional pickleball players get. I still had two main questions left unanswered. What happens if you land in water, and how high can you start such a jump? I've been warned by many skydivers that you shouldn't try to land in water if you don't have a parachute, even though all the passing seahorses would tend to your wounds and carry you back to shore without even wanting a tip. But I needed to put that to the test. Come on, water. Come on, green water. Hello, everyone. Here we go. Let's find out. No problem whatsoever. Just a little bit of jet lag. So that answers the age-old question. If you fall from space but you land in a pond, you'll be A-okay. Now that I had plenty of experience under my belt, I was ready to push the boundaries. Instead of summoning a freighter from the planet, I needed to do it from space. The most important consideration was ensuring that the freighter and frigates were facing the right direction. In order for their gravity to line up perfectly with the planet's gravity, I had to be very careful, something I'm well versed in. To aid me in this endeavor, I lined up the freighter with the rings of planet Aquahaven. This served to align the directional axes as well as provide a progress identifier as I fell. In this last attempt, I noticed a very different position. It didn't look like I was falling and flailing my boneless noodle arms. Instead, it looked like I was swimming. The deep space fin kick. It worked out for me because I've already been training to be a mermaid at Disney World, but it was still unusual. Even more concerning was the fact that I couldn't repair my hazard protection in this zone, which has often been a dream of mine to maintain. It was not long after this discovery that I noticed my progress. The freighter still looked mighty close, and the planet was unchanged. Even the lines in the rings next to me didn't seem to move more than a few pixels. That was when I understood that this was going to take a smidge longer. I used a small asteroid named Hank as a reference, and when it took me 10 minutes to reach his level, that was, eye-opening. Shortly after, Hank called in some of his friends. I navigated this asteroid field with a complex strategy called remaining completely still so they don't notice me. 30 minutes in, and I still wasn't at the bottom of the rings. This wouldn't have been such a big deal if it wasn't for the fact that I needed to refill my life support with oxygen literally every 10 seconds. But such is the price for science. Getting closer now and finally seeing the details of the surface, I made a minor goof.
Life support critical.
I knew another mistake like that would cost me everything I've worked so hard to achieve. Then I passed a threshold. I still wasn't in the atmosphere, but I was within the exosphere, it seemed. I was no longer gently treading water and was now in my much more familiar panic-induced freefall. I gazed at the razor-sharp rings of the planet, and although I still had to keep an eye on my life support, my hazard protection was back to 100%. Not 4 minutes later, I felt the wind on my cheeks. Not my face cheeks, of course, due to the helmet. The rush of air was exhilarating. I'm almost there! And after a swift dip in the ocean, that's heckin' refreshing. I was back on land. Oh yeah, this is what grass feels like. On this last go, I fell not for a few minutes, but over an hour. I don't think I'll ever do it again, but I am glad I did it. It's like the astronauts at NASA used to say. What good is knowing that you're gonna be okay by not doing something reckless and pointless and unnecessary when you could be putting yourself in harm's way by doing a thing that has already been done when no one asked you to do it and there's literally no benefit? And those are words I live by every day. Thanks for watching this and being here and being alive. If you have any suggestions for what you want me to try out, let me know with some words or shapes or colors or sounds. I don't know.